What is up, everybody? How we doing? How's it going? How are you? Hey, is it about that time? I think it might be. I think it is indeed about that time. What is up, everyone? My name is NotQuiteChrome. You can call me Chrome, though, and welcome to the Chromecast. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Thursday evening, Friday morning, wherever you are. I hope it's a good one. Hi! I feel like it's been, like, a day. But hello, I hope you all are doing well. Your girl's gearing up for a big old freaking trip this coming weekend, because, boy, it's your girl's anniversary this Sunday, so we are going on a big old trip, and I'm really excited for it. But I'm really glad that I got to squeeze in a little bit of a stream tonight. And not only that, but we are finally getting back to Disco Elysium. Now, for those of you who were here back in like 2020, we did attempt to play this game once. However, I was not in the right mind space for it. It was just depressing, and it was 2020, and it was just I was not in a good spot. So tonight we're going to dive back in because I'm in a much better place. And I think that this is well, we've been meaning to play it forever. And it's also Randall's joining us for this one, which is going to be awesome. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Thank you, Jeffrey, for that. Appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get him on the call. God, it feels like it's been so long. Hello. Uh-oh. You hear? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, buddy. I hear static. Oh, no. I believe in you. You can do it. I believe in you. You got this. Randall just got his PC back, so there might be some technical difficulties, as they like to say. I got a new poster, which is really cool. I finally got it up. It's been sitting on the ground for God knows how long. I finally got it up. It's Outer Wilds, which, God, if you haven't played that game, please play it. It's just, what a gem of a game. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are doing good. The girl's going to Colorado this weekend. Have any of you guys ever been? Because it's gonna be gorgeous. I'm really, really, really excited for it. But yeah, hope you guys are good. Here, while we're figuring out this, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick little break here. Please don't go anywhere. I promise we'll be right.
Hang on.
Oh Jesus.
Hang on.
Okay. Jump scare. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Okay, wait.
I forgot I had you turned up that loud. Oh my Lord.
Hi?
Hi.
How are we? Am I being heard? Do I sound horrible?
Yes, you are being heard. I don't know necessarily if you sound horrible. You sound like you're coming in through a phone. And okay, I can hear all the clicking.
Let's fix this.
Okay. Put up some background music while we do. There we go. I believe in you. You got this. Alrighty.
Okay, how's this?
Much better. That is so much better.
Okay, so this is without voice mod, which is something that I should probably just kind of terminate my license for at a certain point, I think.
Which is ironic, because I use voice mod.
Oh, yeah.
I'm currently using
I'm
voice
the one
mod.
who introduced you to it, I think, right?
Yes, you were. Indeed. Yep.
But hello!
Hi, friends!
How the heck are you, friendo?
I'm doing pretty good. Got a big old trip that I'm prepping for, but otherwise we're Gucci. We're hanging. It's great.
Awesome.
How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing okay. Still, sort of. Excuse me. Hopefully you can't hear me moving my microphone around.
No.
Okay. Still sort of adjusting to the new job.
Nice. Love that.
But yeah, aside from that, things are going better now than they were a couple days ago, which is definitely a good thing.
We love to hear that. That is always the
Yeah.
goal. That's great. Well, I am really excited to get back to disco and to give it
Yes.
give it
Ooh.
its fair shot, because I feel like I did not do that last time.
I understand why it was a bit of a hurdle the first time around. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping that this experience is one that's a little bit easier for you to digest.
Absolutely. Yeah. I
Um,
think it will be. Um it's just a little bit, it's just a very specific type of game. So, we'll, it'll be just fine. I believe that. I'm currently getting it booted up. So I can just go ahead and shift it to this at the very least. I'll share this with you once it's all loaded in. Um, there were a like massive amount of updates that it had to do. So we out here. Uh-oh. Oh no. It's not responding. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, are you still here with me?
hello?
Okay, yes, you're still here. Okay. Disco just like totally crashed on me. Like I
That's
booted it
weird.
up and it crashed on me. So that's weird. But okay, we're here at the loading screen. Come on. I know you can do it. I believe in you. You got this, Disco. What a great night to
I will
welcome
say
you back
it's a
on the
very
stream.
disco thing that the computer game is sputtering and dying to life.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. Oh man. Yeah, that loading circle do be frozen. And now my cursor is doing the circle of death. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, it is disco.exe is not responding. She do be frozen though. Oh, wait. I hear music. Another instance is already running. What are you Oh, okay. Okay, we're here. Oh, thank God. Okay. Let's see. We'll do windowed. Let's drop that down to like here. Is this best played with a controller? Do you know?
No, it is definitely best played with a mouse and keyboard.
Okay. All right. Confirm that. All right. We can all see that, right? All right. Good. Let me go ahead and share that with you specifically so you can see live what's going on. There you go.
Wonderful. I love having something to look.
Well, it's certainly easier than having to watch my Streamlabs like we tend to do. Okay, I'm gonna turn down everything by just a touch. Just a little bit. How is
the stream volume on my end is a little high, but that's Discord. I can change that.
Okay. Yeah, the game audio in the stream right now is okay. I feel like we might be overpowering it a little bit, so I'm going to turn it up just slightly. Yeah. As always in the chat, let me know how the volume balancing is. I can always futz with it and make it better. So you all just let me know.
While you're just going through your settings, something that I wanted to talk about, because I don't think my mic was working when I was attempting to talk about it the first time. You were talking about how we kind of bounced off the game the first time.
Yeah.
One of the things that I wanted to just kind of say and I guess reiterate or to add context to the situation is that this game is very Eastern European. It's made by an Estonian developer who the developers started out as novelists first and also political activists. So that's where the game's heavy political influence comes from. It's basically, hey, we got like Estonian Che Guevara to make a game.
Wow. All right.
So that's one of the big things of the game is it's not gonna pull any punches. It's gonna go for a gut punch every time because it just really wants to sell you, because once again it's very artistic, just the idea of how just damn everything's so terrible, isn't it? You know?
Gotcha. All right, which archetype should I go for?
So for this one I would actually select create your own. Because then we can talk about stats.
Your favorite thing.
Okay, so what I would recommend is a higher intellect and a physique of at least 2.
Okay.
Your max in this situation is going to be 6. And your lowest would be a 1. I wouldn't recommend putting anything at a 1. This is honestly a decent spread if you want to go with that. It actually kind of depends on the kind of character you want to play. But I would just say generally never go under 2 for anything, and if you're gonna go 6, make sure it's worth it.
How's this?
Also good. This is totally fine. I guess I'm just trying to say that intellect is going to give you like more raw information. Psyche is going to help you intuit things a little bit better. Physique helps you interact with the game world, and motorics gives you access to like. Motorics is the only one that I would say is kind of like an all-around kind of thing. It's kind of your dexterity, whereas physique is more just like strength.
Yeah. Okay. So you said that this is a decent spread?
Yeah, this is...
Okay. You do keep cutting in and out. I'm not sure if perhaps CRISPR's still on,
That's me on push to talk and not having a high enough delay. Give me a second.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, we're going with this. Ooh.
Okay, I upped it to 50 milliseconds.
Okay.
Hopefully this is gonna work better. So if we want to do a rundown of the stats, just give me 1 second.
Island Empire.
I gotta change something. Yeah, I am.
Okay. Wield raw intellectual power, introduce the world. Call upon your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Play the actor. Lie and detect lies. Creativity, see art in the world. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physical work. Make laws of physics work for the law. Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Connect to Station 41. Understand pop culture. Intimidate the public. Assert yourself. Understand others. Work your mirror neurons. Hunches and gut feelings. Dreams and making life. Hold yourself together. Keep your morale up. Blows don't let the world kill you. Shrug off the pain, they'll have to hurt you more. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. Go to a party planet, love and be loved by drugs. There's the hair on your neck, tune into the city. Body take control, threat people. Back, poke face. Master machines, pick blocks, pockets. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache. Quickest to react. Untouchable man. See, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed.
Okay, I have returned.
Okay. I just went through all of them.
Okay, so you just went through all of them. There's a lot of information here. There's a ton to read. This is a video game that was made by an author. And it's very obvious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
God.
no, it's there, and it gives you the whole rundown. So, like, the Cool 4 is something you want to look at. Things to keep in mind about this game when you're starting. Number 1, you're going to be playing as a cop. Number 2, this game is like an RPG, but instead of having a party, this is your party, your stats. They're literally going to talk to you. Right. And louder they are is based on how many levels they have. So your skills or your attributes were to set the default rates, but you can always put more levels in a skill that you like more. It's going to let you set a signature skill here. That's going to be one that starts with an additional point. I don't know if there's going to be any other benefits to that. That I'm actually unsure about.
Okay.
If you want some recommendations or explanations, I can offer them for you. Or if you'd rather go in blind, I can also just shut up. It's really up to what you think would be best for you in the stream.
Yeah, I mean, I'm game for some recommendations. I know that visual calculus sounded like that would be useful, as did hand-eye coordination, as did volition, but that's also me. Shivers did too.
Okay, so as far as recommendations go, I'll just go through I'll try to be quick and I'll go through them one by one. Logic is basic problem solving. So logic will stop you if you go, hang on, this story doesn't add up. That's kind of logic's deal. Logic's is figuring out problem solving stuff. Encyclopedia is based around things in the world. So if you find something in the world interesting or confusing, more points in encyclopedia is going to give you more background knowledge. But if you put too many points in there, it might bog you down. Okay. Rhetoric's about argument and stating your points. Rhetoric's the ability to say the right thing at the right time. Drama, similarly to rhetoric, it's not the right thing at the right time, but it's the dramatic thing at the right time, which still works in a lot of like real world scenarios. But at the end of the day, high drama is going to mean that you're doing stuff not necessarily because it makes sense, but because it makes for a good story.
Okay.
Conceptualization is one of the skills that I think I've got more experience with, just generally overall. Conceptualization is very good for just creativity, art stuff. Conceptualization helps you break down things that are like... It's to break down things that are like created out of artistic encouragement. Or like... It's your ability to look at a statue and go, okay, it's this kind of a statue from this kind of a period, so it's probably stating this kind of thing politically, and it was done by this guy. So, yeah, art history kind of stuff. Visual calculus, that's you being able to, like, it'll literally recreate step by step the, like, process of some things that happen in the game world. It's visual calculus is there to kind of show you what you estimate to be physically happened in a place that you're gone, that like you weren't at when the thing first happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Would we be able to make the explanations just a little bit more concise? I only ask because...
Sorry, I am so verbose, and we've already been at this for like 20 minutes, probably.
I know. I love it. I love it. I just know that we have hard outs, so I want to play some of the game versus... Right. But do you have any recommendations for, like, a particular stat to go with to set a signature?
For a signature, no. I can tell you that stats that I would recommend that you not ignore. Volition and endurance are going to be hard to ignore because those are your emotional and physical health stats.
Right.
Those like volition is very much like your self-esteem. If you run out of volition, you lose. Inland Empire is going to make the game a lot more interesting from a quirky perspective. That's going to make it's going to be very Lynchian, very Twin Peaks, if you're into that kind of thing. Weird magic, psycho, mumbo jumbo. Shivers is if you want to, like, literally feel the city. Shivers is the city talking to you.
That's pretty cool.
Which is very, very cool. Esprit de Corps is like the inner cop within you that tells you how to cop because you're a cop.
Right.
It's like the inner being, the brotherhood of the whole thing. I would not recommend putting too many extra points into reaction speed. Reaction speed, it will give you opportunities to say stuff split seconds that you wouldn't normally, but it can also get you in trouble because it might not be the right thing.
Sure.
Composure is really cool. Things that I would say would be a good signature skill. Sorry, again. Logic would be pretty good. Drama would be pretty good. So would visual calculus. Inland Empire. Empathy might be interesting. I wouldn't recommend authority for you personally. It's a kind of play style that you're not going to enjoy. You would be going against the grain if you put a lot of points into authority.
Right.
Same with physical instrument. Those two feelings inside your body are very alt-right. You find out that your bodily feelings have politics. Okay. And yes, physical instrument and authority are very alt-right.
Cool. Yeah, I would say right now I'm probably between Volition and Shivers to make that my signature skill. One of these two.
The only reasons I would say not one of those two is because they're skills that you only have 2 in. Volition is a little boring because it's a goody two-shoes. And Shivers, you're going to put points in anyway. Like, hard recommend put points in Shivers. So I would actually say probably then Shivers. Yeah. Between those two, Shivers.
What about Logic? Between Logic and Shivers?
Logic wouldn't be a bad one either. Logic's just always been quiet in a lot of my games. This is something I'm not an expert at. I just have knowledge. Visual calculus, I know, is going to be really cool, and it sucks to miss out on the stuff that visual calculus gives you.
I think I'm gonna do visual calculus.
Okay, I think that's a smart choice. So and I think these are decent stats as well. Like, if anything, I would say maybe go back, take a point out of intellect, and put it into physique or psyche. Yeah.
Okay.
You're just for option. And then yes, good, solid, perfect.
Okay. So now that that's done, we just continue?
Yep, you just go right into it. And everything's voice, so we don't have to talk that much.
Yay! I can save my voice.
The original title for this video game was No Peace for the Furies.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness.
Everybody remembers
Your
this
conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Yeah, keep going.
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Just one thing I want to point out. The way the menus work for Disco Elysium, it's a drop-down menu. Some of them, just pay attention to the context, because some of them, it's a answer all of these things, and then you can go back, and some of them, like, a choice could be progression. So just try to keep that in mind in the tenser situations.
It is only void
Just try
of
to slow it down and not
no
pick anything.
ex-wives are contained within it.
No ex-wives.
No ex-wives. This is great. What was that about the ex something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful.
That needs a pop filter.
All of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Do we want to learn about the meat thing?
Yeah, I want to know about the ex something.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
You know, as much as I would love to say Alonzi, I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
That sounds like the experience of waking up in the morning.
Do you really?
I know you guys are gonna be like, oh, you're not choosing the fun options. Yes, I'm choosing the options that are me.
So I will say, this is not intended to be a you experience. That I think was one of the problems that we had in the first time around, is because you were in a bad mental space and you were taking a lot of the stuff that the game was saying about the player character to be almost a personal kind of thing. But the idea, remember here, is you are playing as the brain of a cop that is waking up from a bender, and you're just trying to piece his life back together. Don't try to be Delaney, is what I'm trying to say, or don't try to be Chrome.
It's okay.
Sorry.
People know my first name. You're good.
All
I mean,
All right. Nothing down to fuck all, Borough.
Look, there's
I'm tired
of
being this type of animal, and who gives a shit?
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Wait, no, I need to belittle
Do
myself
you
instead.
really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
So, checks in this game are done by a number-based system that rolls 2 dice and adds whatever your stat is. So a double 1 always fails, Snake Eyes always fails, Boxcars always succeeds no matter what your score is. Your score just increases the odds, but you can always fail or win no matter what.
Tell me what's waiting for me.
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big is the
You
ball?
can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about. What's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Well, that's Sounds like something I would like to do. Let's go.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck, and I'm in it.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
So the sound that we're hearing, that it's also referring to, this is a car, you'll find out.
A car?
This is the noise that a car makes, apparently.
Oh.
I never made this connection.
Yeah, what?
It's a weird car.
Put your pants on.
So, your clothes also change your stats. So, savoir
You hear a
faire,
jingle.
electric
Keys are
desk.
clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Okay. Yeah, put your pants on. Oh god. Nope, put it on. There you go. Tied around the crotch. Jeez. Okay. Good.
Electrochemistry is a fun stat. If you want to be a party, guy, put points in electrochemistry. So, let's see. Did you could you go into your settings for a second? Yeah, that tab key you're going to be holding for a little while. It's very handy when figuring out what you can interact with the environment with. Yes, a disco-ass blazer. But there's a thing called, I think it's like detective mode or something that's in the settings.
Oh. Yeah. I saw that. Detective mode.
Yeah, I would turn that on.
Okay.
Ooh, you can turn on Twitch integration. Highly recommended. We
if
can
we
actually...
had more people.
Oh, you don't? It only works with a certain number of people?
Well, no, it works with, any number.
Because I can add to your stats to give you better rolls.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Hold on, people. Give me like 2 seconds. Because that would be bad if I showed you that. But all right, sure.
I don't know if it's worth nothing, but I don't know.
I mean, connections. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm trying to find the thing it's talking about. Nope, not there.
I mean, you don't got it.
Yeah, this might be something to do later on down the line.
Next time. Whatever.
Yeah. All right, back to it.
Back to the game.
But detective mode is on.
Cool. So that's just going to be, it's going to be like the tab thing, but it's going to highlight now when you get close to stuff based on proximity.
Oh.
Just there to help a little.
I don't see it.
It's subtle.
Okay. All right. Commodore Red is empty.
An empty cassette case.
Still rolling empty. Items. There used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Etienne's single smallest church of Saint Science must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label said it was reported in 43. Alright, buddy.
You will not be moving slow the whole time.
Yeah, I remember. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. See bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Yep, put that guy on.
White
there you
satin
go.
shirt.
You're dressed. Good job, buddy.
Almost.
-1. Ew. Okay. I should probably wash that. Or not. Or I'm just a disgusting human being.
Don't think about how stinky you are.
Yeah.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Wasn't me. My psyche, or my physique sucks.
Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. As you slowly
He got so drunk he
reach
forgot
your hand
everything.
towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
So, in the weird way that Inland Empire is a little bit aware that this is a video game, what it's actually telling you is, see the thing in the bottom left-hand corner?
Oh yeah, couldn't miss it.
Yeah, so that is going to be your portrait until you get a look at your face. And you can't unbecome it as in it's permanent.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What's
Where
wrong?
to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm sorry.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
At least my tongue is
It's
okay.
not.
Oh.
It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
I'm scared. I want to wipe the mirror.
Behold.
That's not terrible.
Ah!
That could be way worse.
You have no idea.
I mean, the bottom
what this
left is
thing
pretty bad.
Do you?
Oh, the bottom left is way worse. Yes, you're totally correct. I think I'm a
It
super
appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a super
Please stop. It's horrible. You're
No, that's what
scared. You
superstars do.
can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that
Your
grin into
face
your
is
face,
stuck this
and
way.
now it won't come off.
Oh no, are you kidding?
Yep.
What?
What does
Yep.
it even mean? What is the
Also,
emotion
what
you're
they
trying to
meant
convey?
by you can never unbecome it. Now, your face was going to be stuck this way whether you knew what you looked like or not. But now
Oh.
you have the context for what you look like.
Well, wait. Okay, so that means that it's going to stay like that the whole game?
No, there's obviously things that are going to happen to your face. It'll be okay. But I do want to also point out, so one of the things that the game is tracking is it's tracking what kind of cop you're going to be. So it'll also look for certain responses and will give you a capo type that fits those responses. And you get bonuses based on, if you say a bunch of stuff about being, a superstar kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. I'm
So,
insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off, too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to
There
it.
might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a
so
cadaverous
here's your chance.
spasm now.
So you can use an encyclopedia to figure out where the expression comes from, or you can attempt to stop it with electrochemistry, which would also be interacting with your nervous system, which is why it's so difficult.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
These are also white checks. This means that you can try them again in the future if you get points in that skill, or maybe if something changes to give you an extra bonus. So you can always try that skill again later.
Those are both huge DCs.
Yeah, because think about it. If you're rolling 2 dice and adding your skill total to it, how hard is it going to be to get an 18? The only guarantee that you would be able to get 18 is if you had 6 points in electrochemistry and rolled 2 6s. Or, no, God, you would need even more points than that.
Yeah,
So you need to get lucky. Yeah.
Also, hey, Megalo, how you doing?
Yeah, hey, Megalo. Remember to hold tab, though. I did tell you about that detective mode, but tab also just highlights anything that you can interact with, like the fan.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie, you swoop up and catch the tie.
Oh,
Snap.
hey.
It's released from the blade.
Phew.
Let's go.
So I will, I think it might have happened the first time you played, or the first time someone played. If you have a 1 in your physical stats and you fail that check to grab it, you suffer a heart attack and die immediately.
What?
Yes.
What?
That's why I was going to talk about, hey, maybe we should stop the fan before we try to grab the tie off of it by pulling the other cords. But no, you got the horrific necktie. That is an incredibly important item for an Inland Empire playthrough.
Okay. The death percent speed run. Yeah. Well, no, the one that was like kind of nuts that I remember you guys pointing out to me was it was like trying to shoot the hanging man. There was a man who was hanging.
Yeah. The guy hanging from the tree. Oh, that door is inaccessible. It connects to another room in the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's much later. If something's white, that means that it's locked until a later date.
Got it. Oh.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
So, if try...
What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
So I was going to say, if you try looking out first, like if you do the other bits in the dialogue before you attempt your checks, you might get access to new information that would add bonuses to it.
The morning light hurts your eyes.
But there can also be negatives that are added onto checks in the future. But that's more like based on decisions. Yes, perhaps we should go looking for it somewhere. It certainly isn't in the hotel room.
Oh,
and now we're walking normally.
Hello, officer.
There's 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Classy.
Her eyes are brown, and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
I should have both my shoes.
You should have both your shoes before you try talking to women. Rhea.
Oh.
You're going the right way, don't worry.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh,
No, you're good.
this game is really not liking my computer.
It might need to have some requirements toned down a little bit. But hey, you got your shoes!
Yay!
Get them back. Oh, whenever you see bubbles around,
There
yeah.
they both are.
Oh,
Two
yeah, there you
identical
go.
shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
So these are all the checks that you can retry when you put another point into those stats. It's on the map. The smell of the sea.
Okay, I'm slightly more
Officer.
together. Officer, am I a military personnel?
No,
Then why did you call me?
because you're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been
not.
here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business would
Couldn't
that be?
say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
So you've been mostly drinking for this 3 days that you've been here on police business.
Woof.
You can try to see if the expression works.
No, I don't want. No.
Of
Where are you
course.
going?
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes.
What is it they have about against police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Where exactly is here?
You're
Where
in
am
a
I?
hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
So, big, like, the world of this game is also really interesting. You're going to hear a lot of political intrigue stuff going on.
Okay. Revachol forever then. I don't know about
Revachol forever. No. Don't worry. You're good. You're okay.
Forever and ever.
And ever and ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last
There
night?
was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She
was
raises an
huge
eyebrow,
where
waiting
I
for the
come
name to
from.
connect.
I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on, all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also,
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Like overhearing someone ugly crying through Everybody Hurts.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. Sure I wasn't being God, all of you suck. That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else? Please tell me there wasn't anything else. Tell me there was more.
The dichotomy of man.
Yeah. Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Is it 51 now?
It's 51.
What century?
The current century?
What's that? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
Yeah, but how many centuries have there been in?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
Such a weird way. So this universe takes place in just 8,000 years is how long civilization has existed, apparently.
Yeah. Oh boy. What's so funny?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Okay,
Glad to have been of assistance.
Hey, we didn't embarrass ourselves questioning a woman.
Yay.
What's that? Your electrochemistry isn't high enough. If your electrochemistry is really high, it comes in and says like, hey man, fish that stub of her cigarette out of the ashtray and smoke what's left of it. You haven't had a cigarette in ages. It's like constantly telling you like you should start drinking by like stealing drinks out of people's hand.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's like,
I know that guy.
yeah, that guy. Technically the other party member. But Kim's more than just that.
There it should be. Sing into it. The radio.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the
Of
hangover.
course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
I don't
This
know
goes
about
with
this.
the theory I'm developing that I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Oh man, I'm gonna
There is
embarrass
a
myself.
No, there is a superstar cop.
Oh my gosh.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, you belong on that stage. It's made of pallets and wood.
Cooler.
Nose affair.
The word Monday is written on it.
So it's Monday, it's 51.
paraphernalia. Strike poster, some red pennants. Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 1600. Yeah.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why? On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hold on, who's he?
He is your half-brother.
Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative.
Oh no.
Conceptualize.
Hey, let's see if we can come up with a good name. Because we don't remember our own name.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your
We
name
threw
should
out
be
his
deep gold
name.
and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
You're not quite sure, but you're onto something.
Oh. I remember him being really nice, though. He's very understanding.
Playing the game as someone who knows, like, a lot of information about it is really interesting because they are just dropping some hints that if you can follow them, like, immediately tell you, and it's like, oh no, I totally get it! I totally get how, like, these are the puzzle pieces that form his whole brain before it got smushed.
Just stare at him.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? It is not yet time.
Okay then.
Oh, no, I want him to like me.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
No, I haven't.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm
Yes,
a
the
weapon
police.
policeman.
I'm a policeman. I have. Yes.
Right.
It's up to
And the
you.
interview?
Like, how much do you want to let on that you don't have your stuff together? That's also a thing you can do. You can just be outright forward and say, like, hey man, I remember nothing. Or you can try to hold it together for a little while.
I have.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Bless you.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, yeah.
Look, man, yeah.
Completely. Dead body.
Mhm.
No.
So the body is still in the...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
where it has been hanging for
Empathies.
7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What did you say? Empathy is what?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying empathy is fun.
Oh.
The stat. Empathy is fun.
Okay. But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Low empathy is a terrifying playthrough. God, I can't. Yeah, you're playing as a what? Sociopath? That's when it's the low end. That's the low empathy one, right?
Well, the thing with Disco is that having a low stat doesn't necessarily mean that, like, empathy is going to interact with you differently. It's just not going to come up as often. So you're just going to roll really low on all of your empathy scores and fail a lot of stuff. And when you fail, that doesn't mean that you don't get information. They might just give you wrong information.
How can you be so sure I'm from the
I was
police?
sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
You said insignia, these white rectangles? But they're just white rectangles.
They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Shouldn't I have a badge?
You
or
mean you
something?
don't have a badge?
I have my badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. It was not on me when I woke
Losing
up.
your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
It's good that we can count on Kim. No matter how badly we mess up, he's still gonna tell us, "Look, okay, that's bad, but it's not the biggest, most important thing."
Yeah.
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
I love that. I love that so much. I also love that Kim is like, dead body in the tree. We
Really
should
gotta
go."
get moving, man.
But first,
I
we have to
appreciate
take it down.
the imagination, but
After you, officer.
we have somewhere else to go.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Welcome to the real game.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
I purposefully got Kim before we talked to him because I was like, I have a feeling Kim's gonna know what to say, and I won't.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
What is gold and orange like a forest fire, but smells like liquor? But also, I'm currently in between names is a very good choice.
Currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
Or
That's
Kim's about to
wonderful.
say something
Really,
and let him.
I think so, but there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Oh my god.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This
Great.
sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Who, me? Yes.
I have everything. You?
Do you have questions? Cops question people. You should question people. You're a cop.
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Why did Sylvie go
She
away?
went away because none of your business.
I am a cop.
Extra fine.
Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This is dumb, probably, but who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they?
Or you
So this
said-
is reaction speed coming in.
Yeah, yeah. Who do you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
How would the dock workers lynch this
I
man?
would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike.
Hmm.
The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Did you kill him, though?
He.
We also
Are
don't
you
have to ask.
crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
You're the bartender.
No,
Another thing
I'm
to
not
keep
the
in mind.
bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
You're a cop, and you will get away with a lot of stuff you wouldn't normally get away with because you're a cop.
Right. What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
I have a feeling that's going to come back later.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
If only you weren't in a dialogue, you could take off your pants for an extra bonus. Seriously, you've got -1 in your savoir-faire because your pants are tight in the crotch.
Oh, that's funny.
They're tight in the thighs.
What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary
Okay.
Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
But what exactly is.
It is money. Or you can just put him under.
Kid would be like,
Ugh.
why?
Yeah.
Dead body, in tree, need to go.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
Bitch, I might be.
Actually,
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Proceed. Don't show him the coins. They're mine.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I need it?
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer.
That's a good quote right
That's
there.
a really good quote. Yeah. Like,
Money doesn't make you happy, but it makes you unhappy a little while, or lets you be unhappy for a little while longer.
yeah.
If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
They're mine.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the
Yeah.
pockets of his orange
Buddy.
bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. I'm
You're
sorry,
under
but he
arrest.
has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Fuck this place.
Fuck
I'll
this
take my
place.
chances on the
So
street.
one of the failure states is you become a hobo, but you will still die because it's winter and it's too cold for hobos. But you can become a hobo cop, which
Oh,
is also
God.
a thing.
A superstar hobo cop. I don't remember where my home
Officer,
is.
you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Dead body.
Good luck.
In
Tree.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
You really
But
don't
you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Up on Marvel Hill. South,
Up
maybe.
on
don't
Marvel Hill
really
is
know,
a
do
thing
you?
for the thing.
I only have a vague black.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Hobo cop. I am not becoming a hobo cop.
Fuck everything, hobo.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
So this is your thought cabinet. Basically, each one of those little squares is a slot for a thought that you can add to your character. The thoughts, while you're researching them, give you a bonus, and they have an amount of time that it's going to take place. That it's going to take before you get the full benefits of the thought, and then you get a different bonus based on the benefit. Lot of words to say. You click this thing, so now you're thinking about it. You can decide to hold on to that thought and make it become a part of your person.
So
That's kind of the
okay.
idea.
I'm gonna be trying to figure out where I live.
Yeah, this is you in the background trying to recall where you live, and it gives you a temporary encyclopedia bonus because you're in that, you're in that mindset.
Okay. Inspect victim's body. Who made the call reporting the crime? Call Sylvie. Pay for damages.
And pay for your damages.
All right. Woman's hand wrote yesterday's menus. Today starts in a man's handwriting. So Sylvie was working here yesterday.
Yes.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm not a
Maybe I
sweetie.
am.
And have
Look
you
at me.
found anyone to be sweet to?
I don't know. Wink. Maybe I have.
I had once. Then I lost her. I looks at the portrait. Yeah, look down here. Looks back at her.
Hit on the old lady.
You rascal. I'm too old for you, and too married beside. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
What's that little like noise that's like? Pring?
I'm Lena.
Oh,
My husband Morel and
that's
I are
the
staying with our
game
friend Gary
itself.
just down the street,
Oh.
but I come here
It's
for
the
tea when
side
they're away.
it's the sound effects. The whole sort of thing is supposed to be like you're reading through reels of tape. You can see that like the UI is designed around that.
Yeah. Okay. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street. We came here for tea.
This Lena is wacky enough for the Motley Crew. Hire her on the spot.
So the reason why this isn't a Spirit Decor role is because early on there was a prototype where you could actually get her as a party member, but her being in a wheelchair made it very difficult for pathfinding.
You seem, dude.
You seem to be in a chair.
I gotta get.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Yeah, none of those options were good. So.
Yeah.
Please, okay. I keep like clicking on it, and then it's like, huh?
Oh, you're gonna hear those horns multiple times as you play this game. It never leaves you.
All right. Okay, Kim. I hear you.
Dead body, hole,
Dead body,
in
in the
fence. Oh wait, hang on, the fence.
You
Let's
see
click
a
on
set
the
of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the
So,
plaza.
this is a
mosaic.
situation where doing the first couple of options might give you a bonus for the white check.
Why am I
Cop
looking at this?
habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think.
Huh. What kind of vehicle drove through
Hard
here?
to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Visual calculus.
Damn
These
it.
tracks are not interesting at all. Let
This
the
one's
street
so
sweeper just
cool.
sweep them away.
Like, and you'll come back to it. You'll put another point in visual calculus later, but come back to this one.
Oh,
That's why all your
God,
white checks
I
are on the map.
remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fucker. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't
Okay.
this something an industrial worker would wear?
Tenant, workers' boot
Noted.
tracks.
Okay. Let's see it.
What do you think you are?
What?
A super
Fuck.
detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
It's okay.
So,
I told them to
you
kill.
failed it, but it like makes you depressed because you're
Oh.
not being able to do the cop thing.
This is when we jail our dice. You're correct. It's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Okay, so he was like beaten before this happened.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Or he's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Hey man, dead bodies are gross.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Kuno
Let go of
S.
your nose without throwing up. You gotta do it. Your endurance is 2.
Yeah, I can't hit that.
I know, but it's gotta happen. That's the thing. You can't not do it.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Turn it off, You know what? That's actually probably good for us. Get that
Yeah.
alcohol out of our system.
Remember, we were still actively
Too
drunk.
late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Yeah.
The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Sorry.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Okay, where from?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
So, this is the way that a white check can be repeated without putting stats into something. You don't have to level up your endurance if you want to actually get past the dead body.
Okay, so we can't do anything with the dead body until I get ammonia.
Yes, you're going to need the ammonia. Well, okay, you need a thought, which you're only going to get after the ammonia.
Okay, so should I wait until I'm done with that to question this kid?
You don't have to.
All right, you turd.
Kuno's got this.
Kid can't be older than 12.
If there
Throwing
ever
rocks
was
at a
such
dead
a
body.
thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
I'm not getting into this. Hey, kid, word.
Okay, let's try to talk to the children as a cop.
God. They're gonna insult me either way.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire
Oh,
of his
wait,
body.
so pause. So, see how some stuff's in quotes and some stuff isn't? Anything that isn't in quotes, you could usually assume is you talking to the thought that just... So, perception's giving you information, you can respond to perception with one, or ignore it and talk to Kuno. I always want to talk to the thoughts whenever they come up.
Yeah,
The
hold on,
thoughts are
what
my
does that
favorite
mean?
part.
The kid is obviously high.
Stop getting high at my crime scene. Or stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it. Stop getting high at my crime scene.
Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Hey, kids, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
What should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
Kim's like, dude, just don't. They're teenagers. This is not going to go well.
This is very clearly a high on drugs 12-year-old throwing
I don't
rocks at a
have
dead
time
body.
for this. Because the last thing I need is saying, hey, I'm not a narc. And then he goes, whoa, I'm going to report you. And then there we go. Because he would do that.
Oh, you have no idea. That's the funny part.
Okay,
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons.
How much time do you want to
lists
spend
all
talking to the call
companies
box?
in the East
Oh,
Delta
sweet.
Commerce Center.
Jesus. Okay, I might tell that later. Alright, ammonia time.
So, the gardener or going to Frit, they might have something.
I don't have any money. So,
Maybe the gardener would give them to you. You are a cop.
pigs, go home. Yeah, I have a feeling she's gonna love talking to me.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
question
Of
for you.
course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have some ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure. I'm done with it.
Thanks.
Go easy on
Yeah.
that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
I need directions.
Of course. Where to?
What is in the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
It's on the other side of the town.
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What's up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
It's in
The
east.
harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
What's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm a bit disoriented. This is Revachol, right?
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
No problem.
Thanks.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
What's this? Fuck the police.
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. She
Never mind.
shifts in her seat awkwardly.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to
Ooh,
need those
interfacing.
gloves for the autopsy.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you.
Put those gloves on. They give you +1 interfacing. Clothes that don't have negatives are always a good thing to stock up on and wear. Passive benefits. Ooh, I love it. Stats.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the
So
cabin,
this is the
you're
machine
welcomed
that
by
was
a set of
making
steering
that,
levers,
like,
a radio microphone
electric
on the
guitar
hook,
ass
a pull-out
noise.
toolbox
Oh.
under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Pick up the
The
radio.
frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice.
No.
Please assist our colleague from the 41st
Oh yeah,
precinct. here.
this
I'm putting him on.
the universe is really interesting because the place that this game takes place in is basically a massive mix of Eastern Europe, South America, and France.
I was gonna say I've been picking up a lot on the French parts. Of
Yeah, French is a popular accent.
Operating
that
a
lot of
radio
the
is easy.
actors use.
Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
So here's a situation where interfacing is giving you something, but it might not actually benefit you right now.
Okay.
But good to think about.
Can you connect me to the 51st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got an urgent business, over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
I lost my badge!
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my... I need to report my badge missing. Which one should I do first? Because will they influence each other?
Not particularly. This one, you're okay in this conversation, I think.
10-9, over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically,
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Lost my shit. I need money. Who am I?
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Haha, officer lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
I like how he just repeats everything to everybody.
Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is
He's
serious.
asking you to stop. Says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over.
Just move on. I just want to get it reported. Be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Can you all please just stop saying I lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough of this.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
God, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question?
Convince
we were wondering
them
about
you
your
didn't
gun. Over.
lose your gun.
God. I've been having such bad luck with this dice.
Lying over the phone.
So, pause.
It's easy.
Okay.
Just say it like it's
This
the
is
truth.
a red check, so you could never have attempted this again.
Oh.
So you succeeded on something you can't go back and fix, and red check sometimes fuck things up real bad if you fail them.
No, of course it didn't.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance?
Listen,
Over.
I've actually lost my gun too.
Yeah, you can be honest.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance. I know. Kim is just like being like, what? Like, who did they give me? Oh God. I'm in dire need of financial.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
No.
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It is paramount to the investigation that you grant me
He
more money.
says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting
Oh,
a
he's
red
like,
cent.
says
You
it's
can tell him
important to
that.
the case. He's like,
He's also trying to be as like nice as possible, especially
Yes.
when people are like, "Did he lose his gun?"
yeah.
He's asking if you misplaced your firearm.
Yeah. Well, and also he's in the impossible position of being the middleman between a deranged drunk cop and the literal rest of the precinct and his boss. Like,
Oh yeah.
guy is struggling out here.
Well, I'll say, Jean Vicmer is not the captain.
No, I know that. He's like the sergeant.
I
don't know.
He's another cop who knows you.
He isn't getting a red cent. Tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
That's not
How
gonna go
desperate
over
do you
well.
want to be?
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vicmar said...
Okay.
Anything else, sir? Over.
Oh, it's the hours switching. That's what I keep hearing.
Yes. Also, yes, I should say, as you're going through the dialogue, I believe each choice in the dialogue adds a minute or something like that. The important thing for at least the first couple of days is to just get the body down from the tree and then get paid so that way you pay off the debt for the first night.
Yeah.
Those are the most important things for the first day.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details. that can discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What is there to think about? Replying to Red.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Ooh, okay.
Rhetoric's telling you to make sure that he's alone if you're going to ask him that kind of sensitive stuff.
Hold on. Are you? Oh God. Yeah, but like, is that wise?
Yeah, you're not worried. Don't worry about that. You're fine asking him if he's alone.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12. Visitors present here. Over.
Okay, so there's people around.
Okay, they're gonna hear me if I ask this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this isn't bad. Like, badge's description right in your report, because you read it to me, name, rank, date of birth.
Yeah.
That's not a bad...
Yeah.
What?
No, that
What
makes
is it?
sense.
He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Okay, so they're losing patience with you
Yeah,
on the
let's
line
wrap this
here.
up.
You can keep asking the questions, but they will just kind of be like, "Come on, man, we're not gonna. This is wasting time." So,
okay.
remember, you can still talk to the
Yeah.
Sylvie, the person who reported the bomb.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't guard give Sylvia your number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
I almost thought it was gonna have me, like, remember that.
Dial it. Yeah.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Yes, hello?
Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about the... Ooh, wait. Okay, I need your help with this. Which one's gonna get me a genuine ops? Because if it sounds like she's not wanting to cooperate, she'll be a little bit more cagey if she hears that it's police. But then again, she
I will
cagey.
tell you, the bottom option might not be good for a reason you're not aware of.
Okay, got it.
So you have no idea why it wouldn't be the right
what
way
can I
to
do
say
for
it.
you?
She recognized your voice.
Okay. Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made... Why... Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on.
Quit your job.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Oh, God.
You
Did
can
I do
ask
something
her.
really bad?
You can find out by asking her questions if you want. If you want to know what you did. And this is the beauty of the game, because you're finding out at the same time that he is. So your reactions are going to be genuine.
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from
You
someone.
didn't.
You know who?
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
Wait, how did you first learn I'm a police officer?
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore. Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Not my uniform, too.
Yeah.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective.
Oh, God.
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
Hey guys, want to see my gun?
What? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, Jesus.
You were very drunk.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
Yeah, so
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on, the disco things.
I got everything I need,
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Oh. Empathy.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
Okay, but I'm a guy. You sure
Trust
about
me,
me?
you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, mag, mag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out. lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help, but
So,
maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny.
Yes, and remember also, this is a failed check, so that's why empathy is talking this way.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they
You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Please no. I don't want to say any of those
You're
things.
just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
So there is like a whole thing with the love thing. It is a little embarrassing, but it gets you some really great lines.
And Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you.
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Oh, Bond with the move for his choice of radio.
Speed Freaks FM, huh?
Look him in the eye.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Yes.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy. For the heavier foot and the freakier.
God damn it. Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
What about the heavy
You would be
foot?
too if you had this motor carriage.
See? You would be too if you had this.
But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright?
Body in
we
a
have a
tree.
case to investigate.
I know, but you can bond with him about his car.
Can I connect you to someone?
No, the radio.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
The pull-out toolbox will have stuff that you need.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into play.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
What should
All of these sound useful.
Yeah. Can
And
I
you
take all
can
of them?
take all three.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Hey.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers, and the white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
Do I know how to operate this?
You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
Wait, does it mean I know how to pilot it?
After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it. Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back.
Okay.
The smell of freshly treated leather. The lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard.
Interfacing really wants you to fuck this car.
All seem to be whispering, I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner.
Kim is like Can you stop fondling my car and get the dead body out of the tree?
But the funny thing is... Oh no!
Oh.
Wait.
So strange.
Huh? Where have you
the
been?
machine is not
At the
on the bottom of the sea at all. It's
Oh.
right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that? A dark
That wasn't
feeling.
a failure.
This is going wrong. Let go of the clutch. The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
MC standing for motor carriage.
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump
Bad feelings
rises
about
in
a
your
motor
throat.
carriage and the bottom of the sea.
Did I try to drown myself?
Hmm.
What is the sinking feeling I have?
Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
This must be what woke me up when you arrived in Martinez. Do all policemen in the RCN have such cool motor
The Caprice
carriages?
motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
Interfacing lets you talk about cars with Kim.
I might be wrong, but this is a sports model.
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast.
I made him
Do you also
smile.
like Tip Top, Detective?
What's Tip Top?
An interrissolory racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition.
I made him smile twice.
Yeah.
Woke me up.
Yes, sorry about that. The Caprice Kinema does have a rather distinctive engine sound.
He says it with very badly concealed pride.
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our
Body
hands,
in
remember?
the tree.
Body.
In the cabin, you
Shaking
see
the
a set
shoulders
of
of this
steering
man.
levers, a radio on a
Okay, thanks, Kim. All right.
But hey, you leveled up, so you could put a point in visual calculus if you wanted to take a look at the thing in the tree again, or the boots as well were a visual calculus thing.
Okay.
Or you could save it, and one thing people like to do is they'll save at least one level up point, and then if they do a white check and fail it, they can immediately just put a point in that skill and try it again.
I mean,
It's
this
up
would
to you.
allow me to check the other stuff again, right?
Yeah, it would allow you to check the broken window, technically, if you wanted to go all the way back into your room for that, but I think you kind of know how it happened.
Yeah.
Shoe window. But it would help with the fence and with the shoe prints.
Okay, good. Oh, I discovered the run button.
Yeah. Double click runs. You can also zoom out. Should be scroll wheel or something.
Okay, ammonia. How do I use
Oh,
it?
you'll use it in the dialogue with the body.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated
You have ammonia,
to that
so now you've got a
smell.
+1.
Emitting it is all
Can you
it
make
does
a
now.
Can you make an 8% check?
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
The kind of vomiting where you start crying.
I don't think I want to be a cop anymore. The money didn't help
Nor
at all.
does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen
isn't a bad
captains
one.
puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You know, my uncle was a cop in Florida. And I never heard about the specifics of what he encountered, but this sounds about right as far as like what I remember him. Yeah, Florida gotta be nuts. It was. Thankfully, I've never asked and he's never told. I don't talk to him very much anyway, but yeah, like you seem fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
There's a definite like staying behind that a lot of people attribute to corpse smell.
Not being hungover helps too.
Should I just say do it without me?
No.
Can we do something else?
Like saying do it without me isn't gonna work.
Clear our head. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together.
But I don't want to get my shit together.
You can just shake your head and say no.
No. Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay, so now you open your thought cabinet, and this would be the tutorial for the thought cabinet, the volumetric shit compressor. So you can be researching, I believe, as many thoughts at a time at once, but I believe if you stop Lonesome Way Home, volumetric shit compressor will research faster.
Okay,
So they told you go in a different direction, do some other stuff until it finishes. In the meantime, though, explore, investigate, talk to folks, do stuff.
An old call box with a matrix.
Hey, let's talk to an electronic
lists
doorbell.
All the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. An off-key melody starts.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
I didn't have anything important. Who's Kuno? This is the police. Please open the door.
Sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Andro Orlando Hair SCA.
I don't get it.
This is something, I think, to do with...
Oh. Got it.
Oh, no, it's Andro. I get it. Andro Orlando. So you're getting your haircut by a very androgynous man.
Gotcha.
You ring the doorbell, but you wait for a minute or two. But looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if you can almost hear them breathe.
Hello?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique. as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Hold on.
Oh, reaction speed's giving you something here.
There's no Tricentennial Electrics. So I should ask
press
this.
the button for Slipstream, and yeah, Tricentennial Electrics answered. Yeah.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's Sylvie, isn't it?
No.
She must be mistaking you for someone else. No. Something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Do we know each other? Should I?
Mm.
Oh, which one should we do?
This one, I think, personal preference.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
7. Of course I. Hold on. Tell me what's going on. What did I do?
Ever since I came to live here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Is somebody holding me up to like a freaking TV or something?
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
No.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't
She
cry.
doesn't answer.
I said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What just happened?
Another seagull passes by.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Like, fuck. Or all right then. It's all right. It's a goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call.
There's
12 name
something there.
cards on the call box read.
It's volition. You would have to... Okay, so I will say, this is a volition check. You only have 1 emotional health bar right now. You might need to go get some items.
How do I up that emotional health bar?
So you'll do that with medicine. Medicine you can either find in random places throughout the world, or you can go buy it from the Fritz store. You need money to buy the medicine, but you can also find money thanks to the Fritz store.
Let's...
The place you'll be able to find a plastic bag, you basically pick up trash like a hobo and turn in the plastic bottles.
Is this Fritz?
No, this is the bookstore.
that's the
Fritz is on the right side.
Oh, right. She said east.
And yeah, each one of those little bubbles right there is a little extra thought piece of information for you.
Am I going the right
So-
direction?
No, but you are going somewhere that's very good to go. This is the gigantic traffic jam that's happening thanks to some of the stuff going on with the Union.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece, Something
What
with great
indentations?
kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Someone shot the king, shot the statue in the heart.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
What do you
If we
think?
connect every bullet hole in Martinez to the murder, we'll get an overwhelming amount of loose threads.
I'm
But
just
then
thinking
again,
a
we
ricocheted
don't really
bullet.
know what we are dealing with here, so...
Possibly. Who
I've
knows?
made a note. Don't hold your breath.
The king stands high above you,
So
surveying
what did
the
this
bay,
king do?
mute and indifferent to yourself. What did he do? You have no idea what you did.
Now, that was
How
guys
would
you
you
would have
know
failed that
what
no
this
matter
guy
what.
did many centuries ago?
That
High
one was
above you,
RNG.
The king stands triumphant.
But it was a light check, so it's not a big deal.
I need to fix my body. Or my brain, rather.
Yeah, Frit's gonna be the place to do it. So, yeah, you're gonna want to stay on the side with the sidewalk to the north there.
Okay.
But you'll get there if you just keep going north and follow the road. That's Frit.
That's what she was talking about when she said promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Just slide
A
into place.
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
So you need magnesium and you need money for that. So let's leave for now, but when we get money, we grab magnesium.
How do I
Well,
get
you
the
pick
money?
up. So you need a plastic bag, which is going to be down by the beach. I'll just tell you where that is, and you're going to pick up cans. You can turn in the cans at the Frit.
Okay. By the beach. That's down here, right?
Oh, no. More to the west. Tire tracks leading onto the roof, eh?
West, you said?
Southwest at this point. See down there next to that guy leaning on the wall.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the plastic bag. So, you need to equip the plastic bag in your hands to pick up the trash.
Quick. Okay.
So now, if you... Yeah, trash cans are a good place to look. You can hold tab and you'll see some just in the world you can pick up and interact with. Oh, there's something to the north right there.
tab and shift at the same time. It does the Steam thing.
You don't have to... Oh, $2.25. Hey, that's enough to buy your stuff. You don't even have to pick up the trash. I mean, you still should. He's just drunk. But yeah, see the cans and bottles all over the place. So now you go back to Frit.
Here?
So on the left there, the box on the left is the, that's where you turn
The tear
in the
machine
bottles.
stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money...
Oh, it's only bottles.
Bottles and cans, but they're just either plastic or glass.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Why is it doing that? Stop it. Stop that. Stop that. Stop.
It's just gonna be weird like that.
I don't know. Frit? I think they think that the extra tea makes it.
Yeah, it's doing this, like, with my... That's really weird.
Are you on your
the
laptop?
The story goes
I mean,
that
I don't
normal
have a PC,
Fritter
so yes.
with 2 T's,
May
a
have
men's
some,
workwear
maybe
shop
you're
in
touching the
Vredefort
scroll
was
wheel
already taken.
function.
So when Fritter Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different
it's
outfits
not letting me
famous people
click
wear.
the right thing.
It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean.
Can you press... Are you
It's about
holding
who's
shift
the
or
most
tab right now?
stylish.
Nope.
Maybe try leaving the conversation. The numbers on your, like, keyboard will also work for selecting stuff in the conversations.
It's where people rate outfits on famous people, and it's about who's the most stylish. I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting
Hey,
to
Matt.
anyone, but...
Oh, hit 3,
I
leave.
don't really know
Oh, never
anything.
mind.
I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really. Do you mean that you know him?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it
I
been?
don't know, really long.
You think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What?
Okay. It's probably the holding shift and tab thing that was causing the problem. Is it still happening, though?
I just shift tabbed again, so we'll see if it... Yeah, it's still happening.
Okay, you might need to restart. I don't know why that bug's happening.
Well, let me get the magnesium
The
first.
tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says,
That's what I want.
a small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal
So
sprays, and blister
Hypno-Gamma
packs.
is plus
They
3,
all bear the
Magnesium is
Saint-Baptiste
plus
Pharmaceutics
1.
logo.
I would say
Okay,
by...
here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Yeah, that's cool. So the way that it works is you do have like a magic pixel kind of thing for your health in the game. So if you were to lose that last one, if you have a healing item in your inventory, you're good and saved. Hit number 8. Yeah, this is going to need to restart. So you're probably going to have to just save and then try again. Or, I mean,
where
if
is
you...
it?
What?
The hypnogamma.
Oh, it's not in your inventory there. It's the button above your stat, but don't press it now.
Oh.
Hold on to that. Because what I was saying before is you've got 3 healing charges worth. Wait until you take the damage, I think. Or wait, no, hang on. Add it in now. Okay, cool. It's 1 at a time. Never mind, then yes, you want that. Because the thing is, your morale and your physical stats are also tied to those stats themselves. So, like, if you have low morale, you're going to do poorly with your emotional stats. Because your emotional health is low. See if maybe loading in would be enough to save it there, or you could restart.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Okay.
But also, this game seems to really not like me. Like, it's really not liking me.
The game is not perfect at all. It's gone through a lot of problems in its development, and right now it's kind of at a state where no one's going to touch it anymore. The original developers had some really wild creative backlash stuff going on, and then one of the producers ended up selling the IP to Amazon to turn into a TV show, and they hated that. So, like, the whole dev team's gone. The people working there now aren't the people who wrote or made the game. There was talks of a sequel. No one from the original thing can even be working on it, so it's the most disco thing that could have happened to disco.
Wow. Yeah. Well, and that's what I thought, because I thought that there had been like a thing that was like, oh, hey, feel free to pirate our game.
Yeah, literally, that's what they said, because they had gotten rid of most of the original staff, and then the people that were left were, like, last update that this game got was a thing called like photo mode.
It's fixed.
Oh, perfect. But yeah, the last thing that the game got was like a photo mode, and they were like, oh yeah, no, this is the opposite of what we want, because then it's, you know, oh, people are going to turn the game into a joke, and that's not what it was supposed to be, that kind of a thing. A very, very artistic person.
Okay, well, now that I've got... Should I just... wait. Okay, wait, hold on. What am I doing?
So you got that stuff so that way you
Visual
would survive
compressor.
the emotional onslaught of trying to talk to whatever it was on the other side of that. You're not done with volumetric shit compressor.
I'm not.
Old call box with a matrix of
So you can go back and talk to the thing. You've got the healing right now, so you're good. You're golden.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... Alright, maybe not healthier.
Oh, could you
but
open
it's
the
a
stream?
bonus
Oh,
that you
yeah,
drunk
sorry.
so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Perfect. Thank you.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Number 2.
Last time we talked, you got me mixed up.
My gosh.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My gosh. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
It's the exact same thing. I think we're talking to a recording.
Wait. Is she...
Yep. Didn't you already say that last time we talked? Yep. I'm telling you, we're talking to a freaking TV.
Why did you leave me for? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Doesn't matter what I say, you're just gonna
The
continue,
voice
right?
from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Over, can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been as if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing?
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
Yeah.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
But why does it feel like it's your fault?
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going. A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds. No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So, it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Wait, recording trapped in the circuitry?
I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
Something weird just happened.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
I love you, Cam.
That is true. Silence.
And that's logic easy
success. At Fortress Accident. Silence. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. This button looks new, but someone has...
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Oh, so you were able to complete your thought.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Your shit is so together. So, your learning cap for endurance is raised to 4. That's really good because your physical skills were pretty low. So now that your endurance is up to 4, check your stats. So, you can now level up your health higher, even though you don't have a high physique.
Okay. So should I do
Very
that?
useful. No. Save this point for now. Honestly, you could use it for that visual calculus. See if you can get the stuff with the stuff with the fence, the footprint.
Okay.
Now try that again.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush.
72.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them
They're
off.
super interesting.
Oh, God.
This is just the experience. Will the boots give us the dopamine?
Oh, let me hold on. Oh, detective mode is on, but it's not. Okay.
You have to be close to the stuff.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work, maybe more than 12.
Finally.
No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the
This
mud.
is what I love about visual calculus, this bit here.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel
Get off the
reinforced
evidence.
toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent.
I'm pretty
But
good at
you're
this,
not
ain't I?
bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
He was carrying something.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
So probably a limp.
How many?
400 million.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Way off. Way.
Or you gently... The same guys are going back and forth.
Yeah.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Every one of them. Go over.
Or a kid?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I'm just saying random things while looking at holes in the mud.
Understood. Anything else?
Heavy one.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who stood up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them could be was carrying.
Possibly, yes.
An aberration.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
So one of the people we're looking for is
No,
a drummer?
it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Ooh.
If only I'd come up with that
He
idea.
doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent.
How old do you think these
A
tracks
week,
are?
maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked.
So that's the whole thing. There was something else there too. Oh yeah, you got the
Yeah,
magnesium too.
Where do I find my gun? I remember we found it the last time, and I'm trying to remember.
We did not find it last time.
But I shot him down.
You shot him down with Kim's gun. It was not your gun. It was Kim's gun, and yeah.
The sliding lid has a padlock that says "Whirling in Rag." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
You remember this, right?
That's where my uniform is, isn't it?
Your clipboard.
Or my clipboard?
Yes, the ever-important clipboard. It's an item that's pretty important, actually. It gives you some decent buffs, and there's a lot of cool stuff with the character's backstory.
A gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law.
Yeah, there's an achievement for saying that a certain number of times.
Hey there. It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Is he? With what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Wait, what?
And your conclusion?
Your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Yikes! Can you expand some change?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
For them?
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down on his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms,
You're
stuff like that.
Wicked. I always wanted a friend in the underworld.
I love how you're under arrest. It's just immediately the first
No,
option.
I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Did I get one of those
We're
tracksuits?
pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
That's a Falcon A6 you got
Good
there.
eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his...
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe I should go on strike.
Maybe I should go. What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
No, your mother.
Yes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
It could work.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Don't go too far. Hey, my man, I want to know about your soul.
Oh, God.
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the...
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct.
Don't be a stranger.
It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and getting it wrong. Ooh. A white tank top, that might have different stats. +1 to physical instrument. Hey, it'll get rid of the -1 to suggestion. But you end up looking a little greasier in the process. Who's
I feel like
this?
this is Ichiban all over again.
Does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the
And if the year's 51, that's a 50-year-old photo.
Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma? That's true. We would be running over hobos for cans if we were Ichiban.
Maybe she's my grandma?
Also, by the way, Matt can do a shockingly good Ichiban impression, and it is so funny.
Oh, wow.
It's great. We were talking about Like a Dragon the other day, and he was like, "Young master." Like, he does it, like, so much better than me. And it was really funny.
That's great.
Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
If you say so. Yeah, just like Dragon Quest. Yeah, that's true. It does, doesn't it?
Hey, change on the ground is money in your pocket.
What's that?
I said change on the ground, money in your pocket.
Yeah.
shit gets all industrial around the jam.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to...
Besides, we're not that different.
This guy sounds like the guy who
see us
posts the protagonist in Postal.
Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What did you say? He sounds like who?
He sounds like the guy who voices the protagonist in the Postal games.
His voice does sound familiar. I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. What kind of cause?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To
It
make
sounds
a
like Clancy
salary
Brown.
and feed their families.
That totally sounds like Clancy. I don't think it is, but it definitely sounds like him.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups. Jurists, I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Mañana. I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Official
Right
leader.
to work!
Yeah.
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring back up.
Probably
open
should
up the
call it
gates
a
for us.
murder immediately
Blockading
to a
gainful
bunch of
employment
Yeah.
for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
Who are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What's a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together and decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Almost like you're borrowing clothes. Ill-fitting.
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Huh.
Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Where's that you're from?
What's it to you?
You know what? That's speaking his language. I'm going to figure out this strike mess.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Where you got that? I'm interested in your.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Yeah.
A bouncer? Where?
Worked at
I frequent a lot of
Territory.
bars.
Ring a bell?
Never heard of it. Are you lying? No, seriously. Number
Never
3.
heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
A spark of violence gutters from his eyes.
Kim, he's lying.
The scab leader doesn't seem to be telling us the full truth.
Yeah, and the fact that his clothes don't fit,
Uh-huh.
that's some sketchy stuff.
Why exactly?
Yeah.
Scab?
Really is
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where do they all come
Beats
from?
me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
They don't seem like
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
Huh.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Bit short on money right now. You get used
Can you
to it.
give me some?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Catch it.
The coin lands into your
Yeah.
hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Say nothing. Pocket the
Always
coin.
glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to, you know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though.
Union has problems getting by?
Nothing to worry about really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike though.
A little bit helps.
I'm
no?
always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Interesting seeing two opposing viewpoints on a political issue this close to each other that are so willing to explain how it is from the very beginning.
I'm
My
exploring.
friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
That simple?
I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there.
Oh!
Walk right past him, then
Right.
press the
So-
button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Stop.
For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Measurehead.
Yes.
Has any of the scabs tried? Has anyone investigated?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it. Another
Sure.
thing. I've come to Martin's to
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy. I'm great at my job. You're right. It's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Maybe you want to help me solve by telling me who did it?
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me in bed. Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Much better here at the Harmon for an honest union man like me.
What's the strike
You know,
about anyway?
serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
So, we have our first, or I guess second big roadblock, that being the physical one of Measurehead and the monetary one of paying for the room. I, unfortunately, have hit my roadblock of having to tap out for the night. But I think this is a decent starting point.
No, I think so too.
You've seen the major plot points of, like, the first couple of days. Like, there is no time limit, but the way that Disco works is that, like, things that happen on certain days are only going to happen on those days. You have plenty of time to do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, my main thing is trying to make sure that I don't get kicked out of the hotel because I need 130
Yes.
real by the end of the day. And that's looking very impossible right now.
It's
because it's
not
already
wholly
12:20.
impossible, but figuring out how to do it, I'll tell you the ways to do it.
Okay. Yeah, because I'll definitely need assistance there. But yeah. Well, this is great. I actually had a great time playing this, and I'm
Me
really
too.
excited to
I had
continue.
a lot of fun.
It definitely wasn't a repeat of last time, and I would call that a success.
Thank goodness.
Thank God, because I know how amazing this game is, and people have touted it like crazy. And I'm excited to dive in, and it's already posing some very interesting, mysterious stuff, and I'm digging it. I dig it a lot.
Oh yeah, good big mystery.
Yeah, but well, to all of you watching, thank you so much for sticking around, for hanging out with us, for chatting, and for lurking. If you lurked the entire time, no worries. Thank you, Randall. I'm so glad you're back. I can't wait to do more of this with you.
I'm so happy to be back.
This is gonna be great. I can't wait to do more of this. In any case, though, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, or wonderful weekend, I should say. And I will be seeing you in the next one. But first, as always, be good, be kind, be smart, be safe, and be you. Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, and we will see you in the next one.